Is double effect universally accepted? Have you ever faced a situation where a decision could lead to both good and bad outcomes? This is where the principle of double effect comes into play. But is this principle accepted by everyone? Let's break it down. The principle of double effect is a moral guideline that suggests an action can be morally acceptable if it leads to both a good effect and a bad effect, provided certain conditions are met. First, the action itself must be morally good or at least neutral. Second, the bad effect must not be intended, only foreseen. Third, the good effect cannot come about by means of the bad effect. Lastly, there must be a proportionate reason to allow the bad effect to occur. This principle has its roots in medieval natural law, particularly articulated by Thomas Aquinas. It is widely accepted within certain ethical and religious traditions, especially in Catholic moral theology. However, it is not universally embraced. Many contemporary philosophers and ethicists, especially those who follow consequentialist views, challenge this principle. They argue that if an action foreseeably causes harm, it should be judged based on that harm, regardless of intention. This perspective is particularly relevant in discussions about military ethics, euthanasia, and medical interventions. For example, in medical ethics, the principle might be applied when administering pain relief that could hasten death. While some may see this as morally acceptable, others argue that the potential harm should be the primary focus. From a religious standpoint, the principle of double effect is often valued for helping navigate complex moral dilemmas. It attempts to maintain moral responsibility by distinguishing between intending harm and allowing harm as a side effect. On the other hand, secular ethics or atheistic moral reasoning may not view this principle as binding. Instead, they often prefer to evaluate actions based directly on their consequences or other moral criteria. In practical terms, the principle of double effect is frequently discussed in various fields, including medical ethics and bioethics. Its application requires careful moral reasoning to ensure that the conditions are met and that the bad effect is genuinely unintended and proportionate to the good achieved. In summary, while the principle of double effect holds significant weight in certain ethical and religious traditions, it is not universally accepted. Its acceptance varies widely based on individual ethical frameworks and philosophical beliefs.